Hey everyone, this is Blaze the Firewolf. I've decided to do something different this year. I'm going to draw at least 3 of my new different personas this year, and my newest one being, hopefully the last one, being Marco Polo. His name based on the famous, his name. We all know who Marco Polo is. The Venetian explorer from the the end of the 13th century into the 14th century. But, 200 years before the Renaissance painters. But, I wanted to start off with this drawing. Not so great, but, I'm going to draw, I drew Marco Polo all month. Which, not all month. I mean, I will include some of the drawings I did in February because how I felt doing them. Not perfect, but certainly worth giving in with how I could do it. Yeah. Yeah, these drawings aren't perfect, but they're definitely something. This one turned out pretty good. Feel free to read this if you like. I'll let you look at that for a little bit. Yeah. At least I remember to spell it right, not with 2 L's, because now I found out. But yep, titling this video, drawing Marco Polo the Ninja Turtle, all month, all March. Yeah. Here's some of the drawings I did. Wait, did I do any more after these 2? No, I don't think so. Nope. I kind of did these to use as a bookmark. That's kind of why it's like this, my sketchbook. Plus, it's almost done. I'm almost done with it. After drawing for 5 years on this thing. Well, almost 6 years. Actually, it would be 6, because I've had this sketchbook since, 2018 or so? 2019, but yeah. This one turned out pretty good. I'll go to this. Considering this is kind of like the almost last episode of around season 4. Season 4, I think. I wanted to include it. But, yeah. I did what I could and fit what I can. There's the same tri-monster that's seen in the classic 87 Ninja Turtles cartoon. But, yeah. I'll let you look at these if you feel free to read if you like. But yeah. So how he got these weapons is basically by stealing the adamantium metal parts, stealing the metal parts from the broken down Chrome Dome body. Basically, he stole some body parts and crafted it as his own weapons. Became a blacksmith. Well, he learned how to be a blacksmith before, but every weapon he tried to make breaks. He was able to fight, but every weapon he either loses or breaks until that one moment when he finds that special metal. And that's how he crafted his own metal weapons. Yeah, basically he used kind of spray paint in the mix for the brownish color. He's able to detach these sickles. He's able to make the weapons curved and kind of razor-edged, so, it'll pretty much cut whatever enemy's finger that tries to touch it. Yeah. His backstory is a lot more, it's more in the same vein as what Ninja Turtles is, like the tragic story of Hamato Yoshi and Oroku Saki and, you know, the comics. It definitely, you know, has that adult aesthetic, which is what the original Ninja Turtles comics were about. They were, you know, they were not for kids. They were adult. But yeah, kind of different versions. I wanted to do different versions. And I'd say these drawings turned out better than what I anticipated. At least the aesthetics are right. At least it looks like the 2018 Rise of the Ninja Turtles. As much as I didn't like that theme song, the cartoon didn't disappoint. It was definitely well designed and animated, but yeah. Here's the last drawings. I might do a part 2, but not a guarantee. Basically, this takes place in in the 2003 version. You know, there would be, if he was in every Ninja Turtles cartoon, it'd be a different outcome or story. Similarities, but different. How they meet how Marco meets the turtles, how he befriends the turtles. Actually, I was thinking in Rise that he would work with the enemies, but be kind of a sideway character. Like, he'd work with the enemies, but be kind of a spy with the heroes. He'd be playing on both parts until eventually the villains kind of the power of the villains disintegrate, and he eventually stays with the heroes. But yeah, it's cool. That's kind of it for now. These drawings actually turned out better than what I thought, but feel free to pause on these if you like. I'll go back and let you guys look at those in case if you want to pause at them. They turn out way better than what I thought. But just to let you know, these are actually the gloves that the blacksmiths wear. So, yeah, edgy. I say edgy because, get it, because it's edged. He made the weapon very edged. But, yeah, hope you guys like this video. You know, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and share everything all together. I'm Blaze the Firewolf, and I'll catch you in my next art video in April. In April, I've decided to do Trasher, the Street Shark, all April, or if, you know, whenever I can. But I think that's what I'm going to do, is try to do 2 of my different Sonas, or scaly Sonas, if you want to call it. But, yeah. That's kind of it. Not perfect, but turned out pretty well. I'd say these 2 right here, and probably these 2 are probably my favorite designed drawings. At least they turn out very much in the vein of how the cartoons are. I kind of made it in my own thing when it comes to doing it, but alright. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.